Video. Did I already do that? Yeah, guys, comment, subscribe, share the video, especially if you love college football as much as I do. Look, as a Michigan fan, pains me to say this, but I'm gonna say, look, first off, yes, I can wear this shirt. I am a big fan of Uncle Lou. That's why I bought this shirt, and it's true. I know we cheated. We sure did. We didn't cheat this year, but that's not what this video is about. First and foremost, congratulations to the Ohio State Buckeyes on a dominant performance over a really tough, physical, really good football team in the Tennessee Volunteers at home. They bounced back from a loss to us, came back, and they didn't just win this game. And if you watch my channel, check out my last live stream, which was almost 2 weeks ago. I picked Tennessee to win this game. Now, excuse me, I picked Ohio State to win the game when a lot of people weren't picking Tennessee to win the game. I felt like Ohio State had an advantage in the passing game, and I felt that way because Tennessee, they're a good team, and yes, their defensive front is physical, but their secondary costed them against Georgia. Carson Beck, before the Tennessee game, was having an up and down year, threw a lot of interceptions and had a lot of turnovers, and his receivers were dropping passes on him, and that was part of the problem with the offense. That wasn't his fault. But since that game, Carson Beck has really taken off, and Tennessee secondary got exposed pretty bad against Georgia. And once I saw Ohio State was matched up against Tennessee, especially at home, I felt like, you know what, Ryan Day is going to look at that Georgia game and is going to say, all right, we got better receivers than Georgia does. If our offensive line can just hold up and give Will Howard some time to throw the football downfield, we got a chance to. I'm shaking this up because my camera phone is lagging right now pretty bad. But if that happens, we can win this game. And he did. He threw for over 300 passing yards, had 2 touchdowns. He did have an interception, but I don't really think that was his fault. Should have been pass interference on that play, if I'm being completely honest. But Ohio State dominated all phases of the game. Offense, defense, lines of scrimmage. They converted third down quite a bit. They ran the football, and that probably was the biggest surprise to me. Not just that they won. 2 things surprised me about this game. The first thing was how well they ran the football on Tennessee's throat. Tennessee's run defense has been good all year. And not just that, but Ohio State's offensive line has had issues since they've had McLaughlin, whatever his name is, injured, the starting center for Ohio State, after he went down with an Achilles heel injury. They have 2 new guys on that offensive line, and we managed to, take advantage of that to help us win that game. I don't know what happened since then, but they started to pound the rock, run the football really effectively. Ohio State had an attitude and an edge throughout the whole game. And again, they're a good football team. I'm not surprised they won the game because, again, I picked them. But the way they won the game, they ran for a lot of yardage tonight. Judkins had him a field day. Henderson had him a field day. Will Howard, even he had a few big carries when he kept the football and had a few quarterback keepers. Had a big day. Ohio State's defense, man, when the starters were out there, they gave up 10 points. And I know, excuse me, classes on me to burp on a video. I don't care. It's my channel. I can do whatever I want. I don't cuss, so I think that's pretty fair. But my point is, Ohio State's got a really good football team. And honestly, I don't think Oregon can beat him again. As an Oregon fan, I didn't make a prediction on that video. But I'm telling you now, I think Ohio State's got something for them. I know Oregon has some players out. They had their best defensive player out in that game. And I know their best receiver got kicked out the game for spitting on people. He had behavior problems. That's what I like to call it when a player does something dumb like that. I'm not calling a player dumb. Again, I'm saying something dumb that he did. Okay? I don't want people to say I said something that I didn't say. So shout out to Oregon. But that's what I like to call it when someone does something that was preventable. A behavior problem. I just don't think Oregon's going to beat him again. Look, they both have common enemies. Us and Penn State from this past year. Oregon ran the football up and down Penn State's throat, but the problem is their defense gave up over 200 yards rushing against Penn State. You know who Penn State could not run the football on? I ain't talking about SMU. They did it today. They couldn't run on Ohio State at home. I have a feeling that will cost Oregon against Ohio State. And again, Ohio State, I know they kind of have a disadvantage against Oregon because they've played already. They're going to be a little beat up, and Oregon's going to be fresh. But if Penn State ran the football on Oregon like they did, that means Ohio State can too. And again, I know Penn State has great running backs. Ohio State does also. And Ohio State has that defense. And again, it's hard to beat the same team twice. I know Georgia did it with Texas. That doesn't, and usually that doesn't happen. So be careful, Oregon, and congrats to Ohio State. Look, all the hate's out the window. The regular season's over. They won't face us again until next year. They're Big Ten, so I'm pulling from the win. I did pull for them today. So, hey, respect. It is what it is.